One of the things I love about mentoring for movement is that in many situations, mentoring takes a permanently hierarchical look at leadership development. That your mentor will always be above you, that you never have the opportunity to become equal with your mentor in terms of experience, in terms of wisdom, in terms of achievement. And definitely, there's no possibility of ever surpassing your mentor in anything. In movements, on the other hand, the goal of mentoring is to raise someone up based on their potential from being having less experience, having maybe less perspective because they just haven't been exposed to much, into a level at which they are equal to you in experience and knowledge and in practice, and may even surpass you. In fact, surpassing you is considered to be a really good thing. Look at Barnabas, for example. Barnabas had been a Christian a lot longer than Paul, the apostle. And Barnabas leveraged his relationship with the apostles, his experience, and his platform in order to bring Paul in, to bring him alongside of him. And the apostles commissioned them together to go out. And for the longest time, if you read the book of Acts, it was called Barnabas and Paul. Barnabas and Paul went out. And then at some point in time, it switched. And in the book of Acts, they started talking about Paul and Barnabas. And eventually they had a conflict and they went their separate ways. And we never really hear about Barnabas again. We hear about John Mark, someone that Barnabas had mentored and discipled. And we hear a lot about Paul, someone who became incredibly successful, wrote most of the New Testament, and ended up planting lots of churches and seeing lots of people come to know Jesus. In that case, in some cases, some people might say, Barnabas was a failure. That he didn't just keep producing and seeing more out of him. And yet in movement methodologies, from a movement perspective, Barnabas is what those of us who are movement catalysts would see as a hero. That Barnabas came alongside an insider, an indigenous person. He equipped them, he gave them a platform, and then he released them. And they ended up coming along to be as equals and then surpassing what Barnabas did, at least as far as we know, as far as we're aware. So I love that about mentoring and movement, that mentoring is about raising someone up to be a peer and a colleague first, and then if God puts them in the right position, if God blesses their work, if he intends for it to happen, then they will surpass us. And we can sit together and celebrate that together and not see it as a threat, because we have an abundance understanding of God, that he has plenty for everyone, as opposed to a scarcity mindset when it comes to God, in that I have to hold on to my piece of the pie because I might lose it. What does it say? Those who seek to hold on to things, your life, will lose it. In God's economy, I think we're supposed to be about other people, investing in them, and understanding that it's a good thing when they do more than we're able to do.